Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Supreme Master Qinghai, Vegan, gratefully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Dr. Indra Lahiri, Vegan, for dedicating your life to protecting and caring for the helpless, innocent animal people, plus $10,000 as a humble token of loving support for the Indraloka Animal Sanctuary, with all love, respect and appreciation in God's grace. Wishing you continued success in your noble work. Thank you for living my dream, and may heaven bless you abundantly. Continue watching to find out more.
Pure-hearted viewers, enchanté de faire votre connaissance means nice to meet you in French, the official language of Saint Martin, an overseas collectivity of France located in the Caribbean Sea. I'm Pépin. The cheerful people of Saint Martin celebrate your love and compassion for all beings. Welcome to the first episode of our two-part series, Indraloka, the Heaven on Earth Animal Sanctuary, with Dr. Indra Lahiri, Vegan. Indraloka Animal Sanctuary, located on 100 picturesque acres or 40 hectares in Pennsylvania, USA, provides a forever heaven on earth home for hundreds of rescued farm animal people. The sanctuary also welcomes thousands of annual visitors, giving them the opportunity to meet its lovely residents. On today's show, we meet Dr. Indra Lahiri, Vegan, the founder of Indraloka, and discover why she decided to start this remarkable sanctuary. Dr. Lahiri explains that she had always felt a deep connection with animal people, a connection that began when she was a baby.
When I was very, very young, I had a little dog named Panda. Actually, she was a big dog. She was a boxer. And she took such good care of me when I was a baby. My mother tells the story that I never cried. Because every time I needed to be fed or needed my diaper changed, Panda would rush and tell my mother before I even had a chance to start crying. So my life began with a beautiful dog taking care of me, and I guess I always wanted to return the favor.
Dr. Indra Lahiri's love for animal people continued to blossom, and before long, she started rescuing them.
When I was quite young, I often would just go for walks or play in the yard and find animals that were hurt. I found a little squirrel when I was about 3 years old who somehow had gotten stunned, and my parents were very kind and they let me take the squirrel inside the house. We brought the squirrel to a vet and then had a little box where I was nursing the squirrel back to health and then released that squirrel back outside. And so I was lucky that my instinct was there, but also my parents were very kind about understanding that I needed to rescue these animals. It looks like she was just born.
Parker, the chipmunk rescuer.
As a young child, Dr. Lahiri did not realize that her beloved animal friends were being served on her dinner plate. It was, in fact, her younger sister who discovered the truth.
It was actually my little sister who made the connection before I did. I remember sitting at the dinner table and she said, "Wait a minute. When you say chicken, do you mean it's an actual chicken?" And my mother was trying to avoid answering that question, and I could see from her face that it was, in fact, an actual chicken. And so, we were quite young, and then I remember the two of us talking to each other and think, well, so what is beef? What is pork? So we were discovering, all of a sudden realizing that we were being fed our animal friends. And so we both stopped eating meat immediately, which was the right thing to do as Hindus anyways. My parents had wandered away from that tradition, but we brought it back.
As a young adult, Indra earned a PhD and worked as an organizational psychologist for several global companies. However, in her heart, she still longed to help the animal people she loved. Thus, she left her successful corporate career and in 2005 founded Indraloka Animal Sanctuary. She says it was easy for her to change the focus of her work.
To me, it's all the same, whether we're working with humans or we're working with other animals. It's about recognizing that divine spark. If I can see you with your divine nature, I'm going to be inclusive towards you. I'm going to be respectful towards you. And it's the same thing with all of them. The reason that all of them needed rescue from these terrible circumstances is because somebody didn't see not only their divine spark, but that person didn't see their own divine spark and understand what they were put on this earth to do. They misunderstood that. So I think that's how it's all related. Diversity in communities or diversity among species. It's all at its core about having true reverence for the divinity of all of us.
Indra shares why she selected the name Indraloka for the Animal People Sanctuary.
I'm Indian, and I was raised Hindu, and so my name Indra is the name of the king of gods and the god of storm. And when I was a child growing up, I came across this concept of Indraloka, which is the heaven that the god Indra created for the gods. And I was also at the same time being taught, that all life is sacred. And I thought, well, gosh, as a child looking around, it didn't look like we thought all life was sacred. It didn't look like we were treating all life as sacred. But if all life is sacred, then truly everybody should be able to go to the heaven for the gods. And so my dream became creating a place where we can all treat each other like the divine beings that we are. And that includes non-humans as well as humans.
When Dr. Lahiri founded Indraloka, she based it on several core principles, including loving kindness and reverence towards all beings. However, the first core principle of the sanctuary is a tradition she learned from the Native American people called Mitakuye Oyasin. She explains what this means.
It's a beautiful, beautiful concept. Mitakuye Oyasin means not only that we are all related, but also that I pray for all of my brothers and my sisters. And in the Lakota and Anishinaabe traditions, any spiritual ceremony that we do, every time that we speak, every time that we sing, we always signal that we're completed by saying Mitakuye Oyasin. So we say this constantly to each other. We're all related, and I'm praying for all of you. And, you hear it reverberating back. And I think that is such a critical concept that we as humans need to remember every moment of every day. Everything that we do is going to affect someone else. Everything that we do, we're all connected. And I must pray for all of my brothers and my sisters because I need their prayers. We're all connected.
Vegan, the true followers of all good religions.
Kindred viewers, we'll take a moment to give our dog person companion an affectionate hug. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our show, Indraloka, the Heaven on Earth Animal Sanctuary, with Dr. Indra Lahiri, vegan, part 1 of 2. Let's continue our discussion with Dr. Indra Lahiri, the founder of the Indraloka Animal Sanctuary. Soon after she started the sanctuary, Dr. Lahiri discovered that she could communicate with animal people.
I had this wonderful opportunity early on with the sanctuary. I was alone. I lived with hundreds of animals by myself and no help, no volunteers, no staff, just me. And I was at a place in my life where I really needed some solitude and some contemplation and some healing. And what I learned was that the silence soothed me and healed me. And when I was in that silent space, I started to hear the animals talking. You can, even if you just look over at them now, you can see them talking with each other about many things. They just do it in such a subtle and quiet way that we just have to pay attention. Well, sometimes listening with more than our ears, listening with our hearts too.
Over the years, Dr. Lahiri has learned that animal people are role models for love and kindness. She shares a recent example.
So loving kindness is the way that they treat each other. In the last couple of weeks, we lost one of our cows, and he was one of the herd elders and somebody that we all of the cows, all of the humans, all of the felines, everybody looked up to Houdini. And actually, we physically looked up to him, too, because he was huge. He was 3,800 pounds, and he was 7 feet tall at the shoulders. But when he fell down and he couldn't stand back up, all of the cows surrounded him, and they all touched him with their noses. They were crying tears. They tried to lift him up. Then they called us humans, and we came with our equipment and our veterinarian to try to save him. And the way that they treat each other, that's what I mean by loving kindness. Yeah, I wish that we humans will learn that.
For Dr. Lahiri, Indraloka is not only a sacred place, but also a childhood dream come true.
From the time that I could walk, I was drawn to other animals, and I felt that they were my closest friends. I felt that they were the ones that loved me most truly and cared for me so deeply, and I wanted to give that back to them. And so this idea of a heaven for the gods, came to me. My feeling is that every life is sacred, and we are all gods. We all have God in us. And so because of that, I wanted to create a place where every life is sacred. That mosquito that just flew past me is sacred, and that butterfly over there is sacred, and this grass and these flowers, we need to honor all of this. And this was my vision for Indraloka.
Our sincere appreciation, Dr. Indra Lahiri, for your inspiring compassion towards all beings. May you be blessed for your kindness and love for all of God's children.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, gratefully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Dr. Indra Lahiri, vegan, for dedicating your life to protecting and caring for the helpless, innocent animal people, plus $10,000 as a humble token of loving support for the Indraloka Animal Sanctuary, with all love, respect and appreciation in God's grace. Wishing you continued success in your noble work. Thank you for living my dream, and may heaven bless you abundantly.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is deeply grateful to the most merciful, beloved God for all the financial help, comfort and support to the afflicted and needy and/or any good cause over the years, as a humble vessel for His compassion and love toward His precious children.
Vegan, even the sun would love to shine for you alone.
For more information on Dr. Indra Lahiri and the Indraloka Animal Sanctuary, please visit indraloka.org. Gentle viewers, thank you for your precious company today. Please join us next week on Thursday, December 29th for part 2 of this show. Coming up next is God Will Forgive Us If We Forgive Others, part 5 of 9 on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. Through the grace of the divine, may you grow each day in wisdom, compassion, and nobility.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VE.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VE.